Mark, that's an absolutely priceless 3 points.
That is a big win. Yeah, they've upset a couple of people that we're thinking, looking on Sky Sports, and we've just drawn again, but we showed a bit of character. It's a tough game. Listen, I desperately hope Gloucester don't pay us and they leave that pitch alone. And I hope I'm going to go up there and speak to my chairman and tell him I don't want him playing here. You can tell it affects us. We want to play football. It was really bobbly out there, lively. But credit to my players, we stuck at it. We talked about getting 2 wins on the bounce, which we haven't done for a little while. We kept going, and we got our rewards in. I thought it was a pretty tight game. It was a tight game. It was 2 decent sides, but just the game never quite got going. But we stuck at it. And I've just said to the players that can be a massive 3 points for us come the end of the season. We've got to create more chances for him because he will finish them.
I mean, there weren't many chances at either end. I don't know where the goalkeeper had a save.
Not really. A little bit disappointed with that, if you like. But listen, the lads have done what I've asked. They've won 2 on the bounce. It weren't the prettiest and the most fluid of games, but sometimes you've got to get a job done. And they made it really hard for us. The big lad up front, the French kid, was a real handful for us. Michael and Stevie knew they were in a game. They're bringing on, they got good players. I think Paul's got a really good squad. I think I really like a lot of their players and the way they play. They've changed it slightly, but we stuck at it, and that was the main thing.
Had you settled for a point? Had you thought it's not going to?
We never settled for a point. Did think about putting Sammy in the middle of the park and putting Mo on just to be a little bit more adventurous and taking off like a Taylor or it would have been Jace, to be fair. But to be credit to my staff, they said to me, no, we don't want to. Not that we would have lost it with Sammy in the middle of the park, but we got a point. We needed to take at least a point. We've made another substitution. We've tried to be brave in terms of they're all on the attacking side. The end of the pitch. Jermaine came on was very good. Byron came on and was decent. Won headers. Was a physical problem for him. And Mo's had a hand in the winner. So positive substitutions have probably won us the game, and the fact that we've had that little bit of desire to stick in there.
I mean, it's always the argument, isn't it? Do you play the 1 or do you play the 2 up front at home? And you had to go to the 2 up front, and it paid off.
Yeah. I said on Saturday, and I said yesterday when we did the press conference, I've tried to change it slightly in 1 or 2 areas, get the second man up top, because we've got 4 really good strikers at the club, and you feel for the ones who aren't getting on and stuff like that. But Fleetwood and Saturday against Wimbledon, that extra man in the middle of the park allows us to pass, allows us to do what we're good at. And today we just weren't quite happening for us, and we needed just to change it. And sometimes plan B is the wrong word, but you've got to try and do something else.
Back up to 3rd, and the gap's closing on the top 2.
We're not worried about where we are on the table. All we're worried about is winning games. And I know you just looked at me, and I know what you're talking. It's an old cliche, but listen, the teams can go above us with games in hand. The team above us got a game in hand as well. So we're not really interested, bar the fact that we've won 2 on the bounce, and we can go to Burton now, and we can try our best to make it through.
Have you got a points target in your head?
I genuinely haven't. So bar 27 of the next 27 points, that's what we'll be going for. Hopefully we can get that, but it'll just keep changing. All we got to do is look after ourselves. We can't worry about what other teams are doing or the results from other games. We have literally just got to, if we win, we put ourselves in a great position, and there are going to be twists and turns, we know that, but we've just got to look after ourselves.
After back-to-back home wins, in good confidence now for it's going to be a tough one at Burton.
Yeah, I mean, Gary was here today. I noticed his name was on the scout list. He'll know what we're about. I've seen them quite a few times this year, so you'd hope that we both know each other a little bit. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tight one. They've got a fantastic home record, the best home record in the league so far this season. So we're not kidding ourselves. It's going to be easy. We've got to go there, roll our sleeves up, work hard for each other, like we have done. I think we're one defeat in 11 or 12 now, and hopefully we can continue that. But we get a few more wins as well.
After the draws, how important was it to come out in these 2 home games and get these back-to-back wins?
Yeah, of course it is. But like I said Saturday, and like I said yesterday, any points at this stage of the season can be valuable come the end of it. So you know, we weren't too downhearted, but we just knew we needed to step up a little bit and get a couple of wins that we desperately needed. Cheers.
Mark, do you think Benson deserved that goal? Because he's played up front the last 3 games of his own. It's not been easy for him.
He's played tirelessly. I thought he was excellent against Fleetwood on last Tuesday. I thought he was not only worked tirelessly. I thought his quality and his ability to bring people into the game was outstanding. And we just didn't. He had one shot. He had a couple of shots. The keeper's made a worldie from him, hasn't he? From the cross from Russ Penn. Saturday something similar. He's been putting in so much effort. We haven't managed to get him too many chances, but today I think he's got one chance and he's put it in the back of the net, and that's great for me.
Yeah, even if it had been 0-0 tonight, would you have taken comfort from the
Yeah,
fact that you look so
I think
much
they're a
more
good.
solid?
I think they're a good side. I thought Michael Hector and Stevie were really good. I thought we could have been better with the ball at times tonight, but we looked organised. We looked solid. They started having a couple of, not half chances, but breaks on us second half. But when we're trying to win the game, but that's going to happen. It's not, it's never going to be just total football where we dominate and score 4 or 5 goals. Because there's some really good sides in this league, and they're one of them.
Did you have to make being solid the priority after obviously shipping 4 there and a couple of other games? Is that the priority?
No, not really. I think the system makes us a little bit more solid. It makes us a bit more organised, a bit more like we want to get on the ball and pass it. But no, we certainly don't set up to do anything other than clean sheets. We set up for clean sheets, sorry, but we want to score goals on top of that, and we'd have took 1-0 tonight, so we're happy enough.
Yeah, you've beaten Hereford, beaten Chesterfield for the first time, first goal against them at home ever, and
Tremendous.
The only thing left now is automatic promotion because Cheltenham haven't done that yet.
Well, let's see what we can do.